We've been accused of being political, not political at all. The only intention of the movie is to entertain.
Now I gotta go save the world.
The 20 most powerful world leaders together. Going dark in 3, 2, 1.
Drop it!
President Danielle Sutton. You get around, don't you?
I'll get around to you too.
Well, congratulations on G20. I had a lot of fun watching it. I was just watching it again just to refresh my memory because I saw it opening weekend. And it's a lot of fun. And what I really liked about it was that it takes a village, right? It's just not one person being the hero. It's like everyone does their own little part. And I thought, oh, I love that.
You know what? It's not an accident that it takes a village. Like it was a very intentional thing that that we wanted to do in this movie, which is it's not like just an America-centric, Hollywood movie. It's a global movie in which there's a bunch of characters that, Viola, of course, is the lead and she's amazing, but there's a more realistic globalness to the movie.
Yeah.
In which other characters, women in their 80s, the South African agent, like that also take part of the plot. And I think it's really fun. It makes it really original because we're always used to just the one character, saving it all.
Yeah. And, Viola Davis, she's badass, but not in the sense of like where she's going above and beyond superhuman ability, right? Like she's got her tennis shoes on. Just really practical things, right?
That's another thing, when I came in, I'm like, this is not a superhero movie. This is a real world event. It's called the G20, and everything needs to be grounded in reality. There's no super strengths or anything. Everything needs to be realistic.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love that. I love that we had that guide. I hired technical advisors like the G7 security specialist and all these people to really make sure that everything that we were saying and doing was true.
And it's a great cast. You got Ramon Rodriguez, Antony Starr, Homelander being the bad guy. Can't get any better than that. Of course, Viola Davis, and just a great cast. So I'm assuming it was pretty easy to get them on board.
Yes, of course it was easy. Who doesn't want to work with Viola Davis? And the movie is very, it's really inspired by Die Hard, right? So that was kind of the biggest inspiration, Die Hard and Air Force One. And so when I met, for instance, Antony Starr, such a nice guy, such a good actor, and he was able to bring something, he really fleshed out this villain. He made it really cool. He's very sexy, he's very charismatic, and he's super evil. Like he really enjoys being evil. So he did a really good job with the villain. The villain is one of the hardest things to achieve in a movie.
Yeah, and the whole premise of what he's doing, the mission, his mission is rooted in, and it's so funny that this movie's out now because it's mirroring what's going on right now with with a certain person trying to destroy the international order, and you're like, oh my God, this movie was just like hit so hit even harder.
Yeah, like when we were making the movie, those deepfakes of like Putin start to come out. I'm like, oh my God, the deepfakes of presidents are coming out, like let's make sure we release this movie before, this gets old. And, fortunately, this is all very current right now. Crypto currencies that are, very crazy. The deep fake situation,
manipulating the market. It's like so tight. It's like how do movies? It's like the Simpsons episodes. Like how did they predict this? Or how do movies? There's another movie kind of similar in tone, like destroying the international order. I was like, oh my God, these movies were made like 2 years ago, probably shot 2 years ago, but they're kind of predicting.
The one thing that has nothing to do with anything was the fact that suddenly there was a female Black candidate running for the president. We started the movie years back, so that was never in our wildest dreams something that was gonna happen. Like for me, making a movie with Viola as the president was something that I felt was also really important. Not
Hmm.
just making a super fun, entertaining movie, which we did, but the fact that we put a woman in the president's chair and a Black woman for me was like, ooh, that's like a secret, secret message of normalizing a role, that could happen one day. But it has nothing to do with politics, the movie.
Yeah.
Like, really never intended. We've been accused of being political, not political at all. The only intention of the movie is to entertain and
Yeah.
to have fun.
But you also have to include natural progression, right? It's like a natural progression. It's not, like you said, it's not political. It's just social progression. It's nothing controversial. And when I was watching the movie, I was like, well, at least I get some satisfaction to see a president.
Oh,
We can't have it in
good.
real life, so I have to, watch it in the fictional type of world. But like you said, you have to normalize it first, because like, we had Morgan you as a president, you know.
Exactly, exactly. I think this is my little contribution so that in a few years it will happen. We had Morgan Freeman and a few others that really
Hmm.
made it possible. And people are gonna say, "Oh, Viola did such a good job as the president. Why not?" Cling.
Yeah.
If you want to live, you'll follow my lead.
Now you're Captain America.
I really love, there were some Marvel references. They call her, what are you, Captain America? Somebody calls her that. And then I love the line. My favorite line is what the kids tell the South African agents, like, I knew Wakanda was real, or something like that.
She's from
She's
Wakanda.
from Wakanda. There you go.
I know it's such a good line.
That was such a good line. And
We have Viola Davis now as Wonder Woman in this movie. Like, she just really kicks ass. She did a good job with the action.
Mhm.
She's very believable. I don't know what you think, but
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I would be like, why can't we have Viola Davis as a president?
yeah, I mean, I feel that's one of the things that makes this movie very special is that it's not just your normal action movie, which is really good
Hmm.
action, but it has a depth of
Yeah.
performance from Viola that it's very unique. You don't have it in Sylvester Stallone or Schwarzenegger or even Bruce Willis.
Hmm.
Even Harrison Ford, like, you don't have Viola Davis kind of performance in there. So she really brought, heart and soul into the role. And that's why I feel women are also really attracted to the movie.
Now, what was her preparation like? Because she gets to be a little bad, she gets to be badass in the movie. So, what was her preparation, and what
Did
was
a
kind of
lot
her
of
her
weapons
notes?
training. Oh, first of all, physically, she did a lot of weapons training. She's
Mm.
already very fit, but she did a lot of weapons. And in terms of notes, Viola is strong. And if she doesn't like something, she will not do it. She will not say the line. So she really, worked with me to really find the heart and the soul of the character, something
Mhm.
that she would connect to. I'm happy. Amazon did an amazing job releasing the movie worldwide.
Yeah.
And I just want all people in the US, Latinos, to go and watch it if they haven't, to turn it on because it's a really fun.
It's
Uh,
family.
it has heart. It's just super fun and it has a lot of heart and it's made by a Latina with a Latino fabulous character, the head of the Secret Service, Ramon
Mhm.
Rodriguez, and I just don't want anybody to miss it.
Now, any talk of a sequel since it's doing so well?
Yeah, of course, there's always been that the talk of the sequel, no? But
Mhm.
who knows, who knows? First we need to get Viola to. I'm sure they are gonna want to do a sequel because it's doing so well.
Mhm.
But then the question always has to do with Viola's availability,
That's true. She's
how,
popular.
they have all these commitments, but who knows? Who knows? It certainly could be a super fun sequel like G20 Brazil or G20 Mexico
Oh
or
yeah.
Indonesia. We have
Uh-huh.
20 countries to do sequels.
All right. Well, congratulations. And again,
Thank
I
you,
love
Lupe.
seeing all your stuff. You do great work. and I hope more people, on the audience side of it, discover your work.
Yes, please invite everyone to watch it. It's a really fun movie. They're gonna stay up even if they don't want to. And thank you for always supporting our movies and the Latino movies.